Man, come on, Nisha, get off your phone.
I'm working.
Man, you just working your fingers.
If I don't do it, who gonna do it?
Man, we got a show. You tripping? Come on,
This
man.
is for the show. Why you always fussing about my phone?
Yo, it is what it is. I handle my biz. Yeah. You know the drill. The talk is real. Sit back and chill. Worldwide, it's about to go down. DQ and Tati and Nisha, baby, got the topics of discussion. Topics for discussion. Take nothing personal. Don't get offended. We all winning. We all winning, yeah.
Man, y'all losing. We winning.
We win. They lose.
They lose. I mean, it is what it is.
Cause we a bad clique. We a bad clique.
Y'all ready now? Let's go.
Excuse me. First of all,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I handle my biz. Yeah. You know the drill. The talk is real. Sit back and chill. Worldwide, it's about to go down. DQ and Tati and Nisha, baby, got the topics of discussion. Topics for discussion. Take nothing personal. Don't get offended. We all winning. We all winning.
Five at 5, right? Well, not 5.
it's 8 o'clock on the dot.
8 o'clock on the dot.
Supposed to be 6, but it's 8 o'clock.
Well, we had some special arrangements to do.
Tati,
You see,
it's females.
Nisha, baby, thought of a beautiful idea.
Thank you for giving me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, before we get into our show, we always want to thank our sponsors, and one of our sponsors are Bruffle Waffles, the only catering company in Texas with 25 different flavors for their signature Belgian waffles. Follow them on IG at Bruffle Waffles, or check out their website at HoustonWaffles.com. Bruffle Waffles, making families love brunch again. So, once again, I want to thank Bruffle Waffles for their sponsorship. Before we
have
get
more sponsors.
We do?
Yeah, we need to. You want to give special thanks to Unspoken Phases,
My bad.
Lashes.
Yeah.
Tell Pop ENT.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I don't have any. Now, Tati looked at me like I had something to say.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, we want to thank all of our sponsors. And like I said, if you want to be a sponsor, you can DM us or you can hit us up on our
Instagram.
Well, that's the DM, woman. I apologize, y'all. This is going to be a long show.
The battle of the sexes has begun.
I just said DM and she going to back door and say IG.
Well, keep it going.
No, I don't want to say it again.
Hey guys, if you guys are interested in sponsoring It Is What It Is, please email us on itiswhatitis@yahoo.com, or you can also follow us on Instagram, and you can go to It Is What It Is on the Instagram and DM us. And one of our friendly representatives will be more than happy to reach out to you. We are super excited because finally it is June 24th, the moment that everyone has been waiting for. We're finally here in our nice, cozy, homey setting, and we are welcoming you into our living room. And we just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and for sharing all of our promo videos and pictures.
Definitely.
And thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel.
Yes, we already have 50 people.
No, we have, you haven't checked. Oh, hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, my bad. I'm thinking something else.
Yeah.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Super excited. We just dropped it, last Friday, the 21st?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like I said, we appreciate all of y'all. So we will get into our topic today, which is...
Why do men and women fear commitment?
Ooh.
Spicy, right?
Well, you want to start that off?
Spicy, Nisha?
Spicy.
Like what?
Haracha.
Yeah, it's going to be a long show.
It's the first show. It's going to be alone. So you going to... If y'all could see Nisha's face right now.
The ones
that's not on YouTube right now.
He's starting already.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Go ahead. Guys.
I asked y'all to go, but we'll go first.
Why do men fear commitment?
I'm going to speak on me.
Okay, we can break this down.
I'm not afraid of commitment, and I think because I asked a couple of people in the streets, and I agree with most of them. So I'm not afraid of commitment. It's one of the things where your past judges what you do in the future or what you do presently. Like you don't want, as far as you don't want to get hurt. Basically, if you break it down, you don't want to get hurt. You have trust issues. You have those insecurities.
But that's for men and women.
Exactly. But should you go into a relationship like that? No. But me personally, do I fear commitment? I don't fear it. I just go in it cautiously. So you it's still a trust issue.
Cautiously, with you having these trust issues and being so cautious, you don't think that you are hindering the growth of it? Because when you go in, you be like, oh, I'm going to make sure I don't do this because she ain't going to play me like the last time. Y'all don't think that you guys are, taken away from the growth and the progress?
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I think you shouldn't get into a relationship until you're ready to take that gamble.
So why even get to know somebody, or why date?
Well, sometimes, and that's how I feel like most successful relationships happen is when it just happens organically. It just happens. You don't go looking for nothing. It just happens.
Mm-hmm. But you still got to make a decision to be in a relationship.
True, but that's over a period of time. Okay. When you get to know that person and all that other stuff. You can't just get in there and just be like, okay, I want to be in a relationship. Now, does it happen that way? Some people it does happen. Some people are successful like that. Yeah. But I think it goes over time, and it has to happen organically.
Well, my view of everything is, and I'm not in any way an expert on relationships, all right? I've only been in one.
Congratulations.
I messed it up. Is that a
good thing or a bad thing?
Oh. It might be a bad thing.
From my understanding of myself and other men, it's less that we fear relationships or commitment and more that we fear failing. And sometimes men just don't want the responsibility of possibly letting someone down or fulfilling whatever dreams women may have about relationships. We don't want that responsibility, so we avoid it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So you avoid having the responsibility of the relationship, but you take on the things that come with the relationship, though.
That benefit us.
That benefits you guys.
Men and women ourselves.
Yeah, I was about to say, all men don't do that, and all women don't do that. I think that's part of selfishness.
Yeah.
It is selfish. But a lot of men and women do that because they're like, oh, I don't want that. Like I say, situationships. You have a lot of situationships because, we ain't never say we was together, so you can't get mad at what I do, type things.
Right.
So,
exactly. But it's
a lot of truth to that statement though when they say that though.
Like
if y'all had a conversation that one or both parties aren't ready for relationships, and then you get to a point where y'all having trouble, and one party mentions that, how upset can you be?
You can't be upset, but you can feel some type of way because if your actions are showing this, then why is it that you can't just do it? Because your actions are showing you spending time with this person. Right. You guys are meeting families. Y'all are taking those steps, but y'all don't want to put that stamp on it.
I agree, but then you've already created that safety net in the very beginning when you say, "Oh, we not doing a relationship."
Yeah, he did, but his actions didn't show that either, though.
Right.
So
can you believe actions? Can you believe words? Well, we already know that.
Yeah, you can't believe words, but you can believe actions. Yeah, you can believe actions for sure all day. Sure. A person can say, "Oh, I don't want to do that," but if that's what they're doing, it's like, okay, so which
why
one?
are you doing it?
I don't agree with it. Put it in words, and then he's bagging off his actions.
Right?
Can you believe his actions? All hers, because
true.
Men are victims of this too.
Yeah, no, most definitely women do it too. True. Well, I feel like at what point are people going to take the accountability?
It's supposed to be in the very beginning, though.
True, but it doesn't.
You should ask somebody why they're dating.
This is true, but in this day and age in 2019, that doesn't happen.
Well, that's a problem.
Right.
Clearly.
And that's why we have a lot of situationships.
To go back, to piggyback off what y'all just said when it came to the whole, do you believe just in actions? I don't believe that. Because
you don't believe what?
As far as believe people's actions. Because you can fake it until you make it.
Oh, yeah,
this is true.
Really good
you know, you got a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and fake this until I get married. I'm just talking about as far as rich people or something like that. Like, you don't have nothing. And then you fake it till you get to that, till you get to your bag. And then all of a sudden, you just check out or you do whatever you want to. You just take the person for their money or for whatever reason. I'm using money right now. So you can't always believe action. But it also goes back to what me and Q talked about this a lot. As far as a relationship is like rolling dice. You never know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get your point and have a successful relationship, or you don't know if you're going to crap out and have an unsuccessful relationship. So that's why I feel like you should go into a relationship with your guards down to a certain extent.
I agree.
Good luck having women go in a relationship with their guard down.
True. But men always get in relationships with their guard up. So women, I feel like women come in a relationship with their guard down more than men do.
I do too.
Because women, we're more open to the, you know, the love and the relationship stuff versus men. When a man get hurt, they like, oh man, I ain't about to do that, or I'm about to mistreat every woman, or they'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna just be cautious. And it takes them a long time to get to the trust. It takes them a long time to open up. And it's like, this woman didn't put all this effort in, and it's like, at some point she get tired, and it's like, y'all back to square one. You know what? I don't want to do this because you're not being open. You don't want to give. I'm just giving, and you don't want to give. You're just taking.
Yeah, relationships are hard work. And both.
It's another job, man. It's another job. So we have all answered this question. So Tati, before you got married, because you're the only one that's married on the show.
The only person on the whole show about relationships, at least this episode, that's married. And she spoke the least. So go ahead, Tati, put us on. Tell us something. So
before you got married, did you fear commitment, or was it like this? You just knew it was the guy. So let me go ahead and how did you feel about this whole situation?
So before my husband, I was already in another situationship, which I hate using that word.
It was a relationship.
I mean, it was a relationship, but I was trying to make things kind of work, you know? Mm-hmm. So I came to a point in my life where I was like, you know, like when you're like younger, you have like a list of how this person's supposed to be, if you're going to be committed. You know what I'm saying? Like you have like people I'm just going to mess around with him, or, you know, but this is the person I want to be committed to. With Jeffrey, when I met him, I knew that at a point in my life, I'm like, look, not everyone's the same, but you're going to deal with the same type of situations in a relationship. Right? Did I ever think, oh, this is a person I just want to be committed to? No, because I don't believe, and Nisha and I, we had a conversation about this on our radio show. We were talking about, like, when is the right time to tell someone, hey, do you want to make this official? Which goes into, like, being committed, right, to that person, right? And I told Nisha, I said, I don't believe in going into a relationship like that. I believe in having fun and going with the flow and letting things roll. And you would know when, hey, this is the right person that I need to be committed to. And I never forced, you know, my husband in it. Now, he knew that he wanted to be committed with me when he found out I was moving to LA. And so
I gotta lock it down.
So he did. So I feel like he did. After I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. He knew I was going to leave in July. And I just feel like it comes a lot of with growing, and kind of like you yourself have to be ready. And for me, I went into the relationship like, I'm just going to have fun, let things flow. And I'm not going to have like this set schedule of how I want certain things to go. Because whether it's with him or with somebody else, it's going to be the same thing, different time.
I feel like you just got to find the person that you want to deal with.
That you want to deal with.
Because you're going to deal with it with every single person.
My personality, I'm a free spirit. I love to just go with the flow. And if today, right now, if I say, hey, let's drive to Austin, I'm that type of person. That's how I am. That's how I went in the relationship with my husband when he was my boyfriend. I said, you know what? I'm going to do a different route. And sometimes you just got to find your own little route and your own little way. So I didn't think about, I'm going to be committed to this person. I just like, hey, let me just go with the flow and see what happens. And I fell in love with him at first sight. Some people don't believe in it, but I fell in love with my teddy bear. And I saw him and I said, this is the person I want to be with. Now, this is my chapter in my life. I'm 30. This is my chapter. I don't know what next chapter is going to be, but I'm enjoying this moment. So.
Okay. All right. So I can respect it. I really can't respect
Now, I don't know if I answered your question, but...
You probably didn't. But you know what I'm saying? But you're known for that.
Up. Oh, my God.
So for you guys...
I'm just saying, I didn't fear commitment. I just went into a situation not even thinking about the word committed, I guess. Right. So I guess I explained myself so y'all can understand that I didn't fear commitment because I didn't think about it. I was like, just went into it. Just went in.
Okay, so before you ask your question, Nisha, I'm sorry. Did you when you first, because you said it was love at first sight?
I did. That's all.
So was it love at first sight? Okay, we committed, or love at first sight? Okay, this is kind of a situationship. Because of the reason why I said it, because you said once he found out that you was leaving to go to LA, that's when he stepped up and said, okay, let's go ahead and make this happen.
So when I saw him, I felt it. I felt it. Y'all have to have y'all's own experience. I can't explain it to you. I felt that was going to be my husband and the father of my kids. Maybe y'all have. I don't know. But I just felt it. And I didn't go in it like oh my God, da-da-da-da-da. I went in it like, hey, I'm going to respect that other individual. I'm going to stop talking to my people. And I'm going to just, see how this flows. Right. And that's what happened. Women and men, they mature differently. They want to commit at different times, right? So for me, I don't know. If we were to ask him, I don't know what he would say, but his actions spoke louder. He was like, damn, my woman's about to go to LA, or the woman that I want to be with about to go to LA. I'm going to propose to her. And he did. So I guess I'm answering that question for him because he's not here, right? But just his actions alone, if he wasn't ready to be committed with me, do y'all think he would propose to me?
Well, you put a timetable on him.
I did not.
No, she didn't.
I met him in March. He knew I was going to LA for June to go to Los Angeles Film School, which I graduated. Shout out to Los Angeles Film School. And he was like, you're going where? And he did his history of 2 of the reasons why. And he said, you ain't going nowhere. So,
yeah, you put a timetable on him.
I did not.
How she put a timetable?
I was going.
Break it down, Q.
I was going with the flow, and it was his choice because I wasn't finna let nobody mess up my flow.
But he had to make a choice.
No, I didn't put a choice on him.
She didn't put that on him.
I didn't.
She was already going.
I get what you're saying, but I'm telling you, you put a timetable on him inadvertently.
Right.
He had to make a decision by a certain time because you was leaving.
Oh, I see what
you didn't know that.
Oh.
We just gave you a game.
So do you think that he wanted to be committed, or he just wanted to?
Well, he wouldn't have done it if he didn't want to. He'd have just let you go.
So basically,
but he might not have done it that soon,
right?
If I didn't tell him
if you wasn't leaving.
Okay, got you.
You think so?
Got you.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
That's interesting
to look at it that way. Because to me, as a woman, I'm like, she didn't put no timetable on that. She was going to just live her dream.
I had to worry about my ticket and everything.
Let me ask you a question. How young were you when you first started thinking about being in a relationship?
I was 16.
I was 16.
And I'm talking about love and marriage.
16.
Loving, wanting to get married. I was doing music, so at that time I was put in my head not to think of that.
Okay,
so probably 20.
I thought about marriage.
20. I was 20.
I had my son at 20, so I thought about marriage at 19, 20, and I got proposed at 20.
I was 20.
Yeah.
Mish, what about you? How old were you?
Ask the question one more time. I'm sorry.
When you first thought about marriage,
really thinking about it?
Yes, like love and marriage.
It had to be around 24, 25.
Why?
Because I thought I was in love first and foremost, and then at the same time, I just to be honest with you, it was I seen all my friends get married, my close ones.
That's not a good reason.
It's not. I'm not saying it was a legit reason.
So you guys think that way?
I'm not saying.
I'm gonna break all this down.
But yeah, it's not a legit
I didn't know
reason.
I think that way.
It's not a legit reason, but I seen all my friends and I was like, man, I see they happy with their wives. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody married happy.
They appeared happy.
Yes,
exactly. I agree with that.
Some of them, I know the friends that you're talking about. Some of them are happy.
Yeah, no, we know these people personally.
Yeah.
So break it down. That's my reason though.
The point I was trying to make is that women generally think about love, relationships earlier than men. Like y'all genuinely want that for yourselves,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with men, sometimes it takes a woman.
So what I did, what it took.
Right. That might have been what he needed.
Okay, question. So Q, since you said that you've been in one relationship,
right?
What made you get into that relationship, and how old were you?
So we were friends, and I fell in love with her through friendship.
Okay.
I was 21. All right. So
when you fell in love, or when you started talking to her, or being
I
friends?
started talking to her. I was 20. I fell in love with her. I was 21.
Okay.
We were already in relationship when I fell in love. So,
Got you. Okay.
That's when I thought about love and marriage. Before that, never crossed my mind.
Got you.
Not even once. Love,
Okay. Because you
marriage,
were
forever.
probably enjoying life, like, you know.
I was good,
Right.
right? So, and then the pressure of forever, which I eventually faltered under because I'm the reason the relationship ended.
Got you.
But it wasn't until that I even thought about it or considered it.
And it took her to get you to that level.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And that's like a fundamental difference between
Men and women.
men and women. And so a lot of times on the show, when we do the show, I'm gonna talk about that. The fundamental differences between men and women, how we come to different decisions. Because this show should be about bridging the gap.
Right.
You know what I mean, between men and women. Because we're trying to create more unity.
Right, because at the same time, the unity is being divided. Because if you think about it now, you got side pieces, you got main chicks, you got dots, and you got this, and you got that. So it's like society has accepted that.
Yeah.
And so it's not something like when we grew up. Like, and I tell people this all the time: the generation that was before us taught us what the game was. They taught us what's supposed to happen. Now, where we went wrong, we didn't teach the generation below us.
Right.
We just let them go because they started wearing skinny jeans and they started doing this and doing that. It was like, man, y'all not gonna listen to us. We can't rock with this. So like the unity, 90s R&B music, early 2000s, like that type of music, we wanted that type of
Who was 10 years old talking about let's get married because of jagged edge?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like we wanted that.
It was just an example,
Yeah,
man.
I know, I'm just
Good
saying.
Lord.
I'm just saying.
He
But
said
nah,
I
that's-
hated that
so-
song.
But I agree with you though, Q. Like the unity is just gone. Like in every aspect of life, unity is gone. Trust is gone.
But you want
all
to
that
know
stuff.
why? And this is speaking from a woman's point
Rap
of view.
music?
No. This is speaking from a woman's point of view as to why a lot of... I'm not putting the blame on us exactly, but I'm going to give you this little game. The reason why a lot of relationships go wrong and the reason why a lot of women go from man to man is because their out view of coming into a relationship. They don't want to get to know the person. Or say, for instance, in her mind, she has it what she wants you to do. And you don't do that. Oh, no, this ain't going to work.
And that's why you have a lot of women now that are 38, 39 and are single. Because they come in it like, oh, he's not doing this? Well, if I'm fine, I can find somebody else.
And then they have this mindset that when they didn't rant through all the men, now they have it in their mindset, oh, well, I, as a woman, I'm not finna move as a wife. That's not my life. But in the end, those same women want a husband. They want to be that.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Where does that come from? That the women get in a relationship and they imagine a man a certain way, and when they don't get that, they kind of, exit the relationship.
I'll answer after Nisha.
Because a lot of women don't want to get to know the man's point of view of relationships.
For me...
Why not?
Oh.
Go ahead. Answer the question, then why not?
No.
Why not? Why don't...
Because women already have it in their mind the way things should go.
Like what they want.
Okay. So when they get with the man, they expect. So they don't even get to know what you want because this time frame that they have, oh, I want to be married at this. Oh, but so they're going into stuff. Oh, do you want this, this, and this? Oh, no, next. And it's like they not getting to know you, and you might been that man that they needed.
Right. So the point of that question was generally
hold on. Let Tati answer because Tati didn't answer.
So for me, if I can go back into time when I was dating, because I only had 3 boyfriends,
right.
One serious one before my husband. I would have never listened to my cousin who told me, "Hey, you need to have this checklist for your man." And it just kind of piggybacks to what Nisha says. You go into a relationship, and sometimes those same people that go into a relationship with that expectation have somebody in their ear, hey, tell them this is what you need to have. But really, you still married with your man for 30, 40 years, and you didn't do none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that happened in my case. I went into a relationship wanting this whole thing, this whole fairy tale, and I didn't get what I want, and then I moved on.
And I've only been in a serious relationship twice in my life. I've dated the same person from 16 until literally a few years ago, and now the guy that I'm with now, and each time I did not listen to what no one said. I did my own thing. I went about it my own way. I got to know the person, and like you said, Q, with you fell in love with her. So I guess you're right. With men, they follow the lead of the woman, because I didn't say, oh, you got to be with me. I was enjoying the company. We was having fun, and that made him like, okay, I think I could do this. So it grew and it grew and it grew.
So I had to break that pattern. So when I met my husband, I said, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do it this way.
Right.
All right.
Which is why.
So would you say that first pattern that you went into relationships with was selfish?
It was selfish. It was selfish. It was selfish.
Yeah. No. Good answer.
It's nothing else.
So first of all,
that's the point. No, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. That's the point that I wanted to make, is that young women, they generally have a plan for themselves.
Mm-hmm. But you also want to know where that plan come from too, because as young women, we see all of these fairy tales. We like, what's the Disney? The Disney. We have to do this. We have to do that. So as these princesses growing up, oh, I want the kids, I want the man. And then when we get older, it's like, okay, they didn't even teach us what to do to get that. We just know straight to go into marriage and have kids,
right?
Not knowing that there's different levels to get to that point.
Yeah, that's the point I was making, is that society affects y'all view very early of what relationships supposed to be. And then you end up learning later, at least you should. And like you said, some women grow into their older ages and they still haven't learned that relationships are not, they're about both parties.
Right.
And not just you. And I think a lot of young women in relationships thinking about themselves and what they want to get out of it, and not about what they're actually bringing to the man's life.
Right.
So that's probably why they don't want to commit?
It has a lot to do with why young men don't want to commit.
I can see
because
why.
relationships, the view of relationships, especially when I was a young man, and even when I was in the relationship, and it was wrong for me to view it that way because that wasn't her, but some men deal with it, is that the relationship is for women. What am I getting out of it? It's for women.
Because a lot of times y'all say a happy wife, a happy life.
Yeah,
but it's not.
I do
right.
say
But
that.
it's not. It's really a happy man and woman makes a happy life.
Marriage,
yeah, right.
Because men are suffer in silence.
Yes.
Y'all do.
We will suffer in silence. We will not be happy, and we will suffer in silence until we act out. And then it's a problem.
Then it's a problem.
Right.
Oh, I never seen that side of you before.
Right.
Well, I mean,
when women are unhappy, and
it shows. It's
immediately,
boom.
and then we're gonna talk about it too. Like, we need to talk. We need to talk, because I'm in a relationship. I'm supposed to be happy in this relationship. I grew up thinking I'm supposed to be happy in this relationship. That's what all the Disney movies show me.
Right.
You know, I'm just saying.
See, in the first relationship, we were so young that we didn't know what to do. We were kind of going, and as we got older, we grew.
I knew. I just was listening to other people.
Well, we knew, but when we kind of was forced to grow up, because we moved in with each other at an early age, so it's like now, what do we do now? And it's like we're forced to have to do certain things. So it's like, okay, living with this person, I've never lived with another guy. Now communicating, I ain't never have to do that. Like, I communicated, but it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing. So in the beginning, we would clash. So then as you get older and mature, you're like, you know what? Hold on. So we came to agreements that boom, boom, boom. And that's how we grew. And now with this relationship, I took a lot of things from that and was like, you know what? I'm going to keep that, because that worked. That worked. It worked for him, because he was happy, and it worked for me, and I was happy. So now in this relationship, I'm like, okay, I always do a check-in. Boom. What are you happy? Or what can we do to spice it up? Or what can we do to this, and this? Or what are you thinking internally? I don't want to hear, be like, how was your day? No. What are you thinking mentally and internally? Because like you say, y'all suffer in silence and y'all won't say nothing.
Yeah.
But me, I'm going to check in. So what's going on up there in the head?
And so that's like,
that's a mature way to think about it.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with having expectations in a relationship.
Right.
The problem is when we only have our expectations and we're not thinking about the other person.
Right.
And so we need to think about not only what we want, but also what do I bring to the table as well. Mm-hmm. And that'll help bridge the gap.
Because y'all both can bring stuff. Y'all both can bring a table. Be like, you know what? I bought this table. I know what I can bring to the table, but what can we both bring to the table?
Right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right.
And that's how you can help young men not be so afraid of you in a relationship.
Sure.
For all the listeners out there.
Focus
on what you also bring to the table.
Right.
Make him focus on what he brings to the table, too.
But also, y'all got to have something to bring to the table.
Yeah, you got to be ready to date. That's number one. You got to be ready to do it.
And that's another reason why I feel like women are afraid of commitment, because I like you as a person, personality-wise, everything else, but on the other aspect, what do you have to bring to the table and, you know what I'm saying, support me? Because ultimately, a man, I know it's 2019 and women are independent, they do their own thing. But
that's a whole nother podcast episode,
right?
But
that sure is.
Ultimately, a man is supposed to, I'm not saying supposed to, a lot of women expect the man to support them or whatnot, just in case something might happen. They might lose their job, they might lose this, they might get sick. So what can you do to support me in that aspect? So I do agree with that. I did ask some people out in the streets what they thought about it, and we're gonna get to them right now, and then we'll be right back. Are you afraid of being committed?
I am, for the simple fact of what I've been through since I was younger. Seeing all my aunts go through major heartbreaks, it kind of derailed me from the situation, but I am willing to try.
So it's not really what you've been through, but what you've seen while you was growing up.
Yeah, pretty much. But also, I've been in my past relationships, and I have gotten my heart broken.
Are you afraid of commitment?
Yes, I'm afraid of commitment, because you put your heart in somebody and they just step on it and they deceive you and they lie to you and they cheat on you. So, yeah, of course, anybody would.
Are you afraid of commitment?
No, I'm not afraid of commitment. I'm just tired of giving the wrong people the right chances. And I don't believe in just being committed to anyone or anything that's just going to do you any kind of way just to say that I can have a man. So, therefore, I'd rather just be by myself. I sleep very peacefully alone at night.
Okay. I like that.
So, wow, that's crazy what they thought.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Real crazy. But it's so truthful at the same time. So, but I do have some other people that didn't want to be on audio, but they did write the comments for me. One guy named David, he said, yes, I'm afraid of commitment because I don't trust myself. I haven't stayed faithful in the past, and it might be because of the woman I was with or whatever the situation might have been. I just don't trust myself. And David is in his late 60s.
Wow.
No, early 60s, my bad.
What's the difference?
Yeah, he's still 60.
Get over that.
He's in his 60s still.
He's in
That's
his early
too old.
60s.
Exactly. You need to be trusting everything.
You need to be reading the Bible.
Read the Bible, it'll bless you.
And then we had Jeff out of Chicago. He said, yes, I do. I don't like sharing my space, and I have trust issues.
Okay, Jeff, you need to stop messing with women then. Period.
Because you got to share your space.
Yeah, you have to share your space, period.
But
I bet you he shared his space when he ready to mess
around?
Mess around.
All right, let's go with that.
But see, but the thing about it is that what he said at the beginning is kind of what he said at the end affects what he said at the beginning. He said, I have trust issues. So that's why he doesn't like sharing his space, because he has the trust issues. It does. I mean, I understand what y'all saying, but if he can't trust, he can't share.
But he is sharing.
Who hurt him?
But
somebody hurt him.
But the thing is, he is sharing, because 9 times out of 10, I bet you he's not celibate. I can bet you.
Is.
But even if he is, at some point in time, he shared his space with someone at some point in time.
I can agree that. I agree. At one point in time, he probably did. Huh?
He gonna be alone forever?
Nah, I doubt it.
And as humans, we ain't designed to be alone forever. Right. At some point in time, we gonna want somebody in some type of way.
That's another
topic,
right?
Deborah out of Houston. Shout out to Dub.
Shout out.
She said, absolutely, she's afraid. It doesn't seem like anyone is committed these days, so it's very scary. I have legit given up on dating. So,
well, first of all, how are you dating? Where are you finding men? Number one. Where are you finding men to date?
Come on, Q. Come on here.
Number two is you just got to commit. Like, there is no reward without risk. It's just like investing money. Like, if you're going to invest.
Rolling dice.
You go to work every day not knowing that you're not going to get fired, though, but you still go.
And you're committed.
You got to roll the dice.
Yeah.
That's what you want for yourself.
Tiff said, out of Chicago also, she said, no, I don't have commitment issues. Love is a gamble. And when I'm in, I'm all in until you give me a reason to be otherwise. So that's the first no. No, actually, my bad. We had one on the recording. One that we interviewed, she said no too. So that's two no's. Most of the people saying yes.
I don't think women are afraid of relationships or commitment at all.
No.
I think they're afraid of being hurt.
No, when women get to that point, that's because they keep running into these men that they keep dating that are the same. They don't want to date different men. They keep getting the same man and they keep getting hurt, and then they hit you with men ain't no good. No, baby, it's the type of men that you keep getting that's no good.
Yeah.
Because I done found some good ones.
But at the same time, does that make them a bad person?
No, it just their decision making is bad.
But what? Hold on, because I want to defend. I gotta defend y'all women. I mean, man,
you ain't got to.
I don't have to, but I am right now. They're not choosing these men. These men probably are approaching them and they're giving them a chance.
Oh, Demetrius, let me.
Hold on. I'm not finished. Let me finish.
Let me get him first.
He said the whole
Let me
name.
get him first.
So if you guys want to look him up instead of Dean, follow him, Demetrius.
Let me know when you're ready. So, you already know what I'm about to say to that. So, Lil O, what's up?
I'm not gonna say nothing, dog.
Lil O, what's up? Man, you know players get chose, which means women do the choosing. It's
That's
like we present them with a contract,
but it goes,
and then women make the choice of whether they want to sign that contract.
But see, that's what it goes back to what I said earlier. Actions don't always speak what they're saying. You can act one way, but when you get that woman, you can change totally.
Oh yeah, it's a fine print at the bottom of the contract.
See, that's
but we still presenting them the contract, and they decide.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So women choose. We don't choose.
Right.
We don't choose.
I thought we was gonna be having a scream at them.
No, we good. We understand.
No, let me get him first. Get him, bro. Because I want to tear him up in that moment.
Yeah.
Because
I understand that, but I was going based off of the whole actions part. Like, you can sit there and be like Mr. Right, but when you get that Mr. Right, all of a sudden he's Mr. Wrong.
There's a lot of dudes. There's a lot of dudes that's good at faking.
Exactly. Women too. That's what I meant. Oh, yeah. That's what I meant when it's
so y'all don't think so. And I'm not trying to talk bad about her. I'm not saying that it's solely her decision making, but at some point those red flags that we see,
which is another show,
we ignore those red flags and we were like, oh no, we always trying to see the good in somebody.
Why?
Stop doing it.
Because they're committed to wanting to make sure.
Because women
want to be in relationships.
Because I was about to say that, and they don't want to keep going from man to man. So they like, okay, I'm gonna stick this out. I didn't put my time into this. I don't care, 3 years or not. Bye.
That's the reason why I always like using the word "my chapter of my life" because tomorrow it could be different.
It could be different.
Straight up. I got one more, and I think y'all might like this one. All of us might like. I personally did. Janine, she said, I personally don't think I have a problem with it. I'm going to weed through the crap and side-eye the life out of you until I'm comfortable enough to commit. Commitment is a lot, like trust. It takes a lot to earn and keep it. Once you have it, it's good until you do something to break it. Then you get the pass. Then you can get past. So she's basically taking her time.
I feel like
You think she should?
I feel like men with men, and I've seen this a lot, and I could be wrong, but before men actually get to that point where they're like, oh, this is who I want, they kind of put us through these little tests to make sure, like, you know.
Man, women do it too.
She was really trying to pass that off on us, but.
And I'll have my best friend back.
You heard that, right?
Yeah, I did.
But did y'all hear what I said? I said What did I just say? I said I could be wrong, though.
Oh, you were totally wrong.
I said I could be wrong.
Okay, let's not start this.
Yeah, because we can start it.
It is what it is. You're totally wrong.
Okay, but you guys do put women through a test before y'all be like, you know what? I can trust her.
It ain't no but. That's a universal thing.
A universal?
Yes.
Or universal?
So well,
whatever.
Wrong. You just putting all the blame on us.
I ain't put. You know what? Men and women put each other through the test, but y'all put us through tests more than we put y'all through tests.
That's a lie.
I can't say I agree with that, Nisha, at all. I'm sorry. Can't say I agree with that.
What tests have them women put y'all through?
Man, you tripping.
First of all, the relationship is a test for us.
This boy here.
Can someone please look up
it's the truth.
commitment?
You look it up. You got a phone?
See,
the relationship is a test for us, number one, right off top. Because it's not something the man ever really wanted for himself. It's something,
to have a woman?
No, to be in a relationship.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, it's plenty, men like women. Ask King Solomon.
But yeah, y'all love them.
Yeah, we talking about being in a relationship,
a committed relationship.
Yes, exactly. So we talking about one. That is a challenge in of itself.
Okay, so do y'all want the definition of commitment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You're not lying about that. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened today. Continue.
Okay, so commitment, the definition, Webster's Dictionary.
An agreement.
An agreement or a pledge to do something in the future. A commitment to improve conditions. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just a little.
Okay, so right there, no. An agreement to what?
An agreement or a pledge to do something in the future.
So when we're talking about commitment, are we talking about marriage? Or are we talking about,
relationships?
First. I mean,
because this is where I want to say, well, yeah, but this is where I want to say, when I went into the situation with my husband, I wasn't thinking about, oh my God, I'm being I went with the flow because I feel that when you get married, that's when you need to be committed and doing what you got to do.
But most people don't think like that. They
That's
want
excellent advice, though.
They want it straight.
Like I feel like, and when I was younger, right, I wanted to have this and be committed to this and have it this way. And I went into this relationship like I'm just gonna have fun and enjoy the moment, which goes. Remember the conversation we had on the radio show. And when you get married, that's when you're committed. That's when you come together as a team, as one, to be committed together, and not just a relationship, but now that you have family. With your family, the foundation, and everything that you build. So that's the reason why I was asking for her to read the word commitment, because
a lot of people don't do that though. They want to make sure that they have that solidified stamp right then and there. So are we in a relationship or not? Because they feel like,
but I don't think that they should go into that type of
they should just date.
Just have fun, right?
Just date, get to know the person, all right,
and then eventually when. You know,
because the things that truly matter that make a lasting relationship, they're deeper things. So you're not going to the surface dating is not going to cover those.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
That's when all of that get into the marriage.
Being committed is a very, 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 very. It's a tough job for me, and I'm speaking of somebody that's married, because people are like, oh my God, she's married and just perfect. No. You go through when you're committed to anything. Like, for an example, we're committed to our business. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. And if you're not ready for that, then you're not ready to be committed, right?
It's a lot of
and some people don't know that. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that, everything wasn't just up, or, we need to have this at this time. And no. And that's why when you made a comment about people happily being married on social media and all this stuff, you got to be committed. And you got to be ready to go up and down. And be at a plateau, and and
baby, let me tell y'all, I'm in a long distance relationship.
I don't think men and women are afraid to be committed. I just think, rephrase that. What did you say?
I said I'm in a long distance relationship. If that ain't commitment,
that's commitment.
That's commitment. And when I tell y'all, baby, it ain't easy. There's a lot of.
It's not meant to be.
It's not meant. But when y'all can get through that, and that's when it becomes beautiful.
But I can say. Most men do fear that. Do fear. Because, the failures, like you said, right? Yeah. And I do feel that.
They just don't feel like dealing with that, basically, to me.
Sometimes that's what it is.
They just don't feel like dealing with it.
They don't want the responsibility of it. And sometimes men are scared to fail.
Or to let their we go. To let their
and women do too. It's not just me and women too, because it's times where I be like, when I wasn't dating, I'm like, I don't even feel like doing that, partner. Excuse me, no, because I just didn't feel like it. Like, because when you do commit, it's a full-time job along on top of being, if you have children, that's another full-time job. With the job that you do to make your money, that's a full-time job. It can get mentally draining. It does. It does. Yeah. So, yeah, men and women do fear commitment. It's just, I feel like women,
we're ready.
We're not as scared as men. Like, we okay with if it fails, okay, cool. I can get up and go. Mm-hmm. Versus men, if y'all fail that one time, it's gonna take y'all a minute to get to that next one.
Why is that?
I can't disagree with that.
Why is that?
Man, you ain't never learned about that. No, like, y'all can move on quick,
right?
Than a mug. Like,
because they got goals for themselves. They have goals for themselves, and a lot of times, keep it real, y'all working on a timetable.
You know what I said today?
Man, listen,
you know what I said today?
Don't think a timetable.
And y'all might agree with me, men. Women can smash who they want, but the man can marry who they want. Mm. So as women, we can sleep and do all of this, but what about the marriage part? We can't get that part without the man saying, "Okay, let's get married." So,
which is why you got crazy women asking men to marry them. I would never. That's another topic.
Yeah. But that saying goes that men can marry who they want. So that time
table. Got men marrying dolls from China. They got.
But and that's one thing I can say.
That's another topic.
When a man knows what they want, they know what they want. It piggybacks off of your comment, Nisha. Women don't know what they want when they first get into it. It's rare stuff like what Tati said, fell in love at first sight. But when a man knows what they want, they know what they want. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it.
So you're saying even if I fell in love at first sight and my husband didn't want me, it wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened.
That sucks. You got people that live there.
It did suck because it worked out.
No, I'm saying that sucks for other people that.
If that situation was to occur, it wouldn't have happened.
I'm not laughing. I'm just saying.
That's true.
It's the truth. It's the straight up truth. I mean, it is what it is. Like the show, it is what it is. But you can't really just trip about it because it's part of life.
Yeah, you grow.
Part of life. Now, obviously, Tati is in a committed relationship. She's married. Q, you said you used to be in a committed relationship. You said that you messed that up.
I like the fact he owned up to that.
Right.
I do.
You have to take responsibility.
Accountability.
Still don't.
Right. I'm going to tell y'all like this. Everybody that's listening to this, if you're on YouTube or if you're listening to it through one of the different platforms, this show right here is going to be uncut. It's going to be raw. We're going to just tell you. We all have experiences. If y'all heard the preview show, we all have experiences. We're all going to say what we have been through. This is over 20 plus years on this show right now, so everybody knows pretty much our back history. I know these guys up here, besides Tati, but I know Nisha and Q definitely know my history, so they can call me out when they feel or when they know that I'm lying about something. So at the end of the day,
I can call you out.
No, you can't. Shut up. At the end of the day,
say man, watch your mouth.
There you go.
Whatever. At the end of the day. It is what it is. We're gonna just be raw with it and uncut with it. But Q, what I was saying, you said that at the age of 20, 21, you was in love or whatnot. You messed it up, and are you?
And that wasn't the age I messed it up at.
Right. But are you ready for a commitment now?
Oh no, my brother.
No, hold on. When I say are you ready for a commitment, I'm not talking about all the other stuff that's going on in your life, as far as like a kid and. Things like that. I mean, if everything presented itself right, as far as a woman, and she was willing to take on all that stuff that you got going on, would you give it a thought of commitment?
Well, they got to get through that boy.
We talked about this before.
Why his whole face turned red?
Because it's gonna take a long time for them to get to Q.
Say, bro, what you trying to say, bro?
I tried not to laugh.
Look, if it's
just letting y'all know now, homie.
If it's something that if she got all her ducks in a row, like she hitting all the points of what I would want,
so he has.
Hold on. His list is not long. Our list is not long.
It's not long.
I want to know what your list is.
Yeah,
that's the topic for another show. All right. But let's say the few points that I have, she has, I would have to consider it. Mm-hmm. Will it be a success because of the issues that I'm dealing with myself? I don't know. And that's why I say I'm not ready. But I would have to consider it.
Gotcha.
Now, the responsibilities of being in a relationship, can I handle that? Yeah, I can. That's not the issues that I'm dealing with personally. Yes, it's deeper.
Okay, got you.
So, Nisha, you're in a relationship right now.
Correct.
Okay. If he was to ask, I'm not going to say that. I was about to ask if he was to ask you to marry him right now, would you be ready to commit?
To that? Yes, I would.
Are you saying it just because it's people listening?
No, okay. This is real life. This is
right. I
would say yes if this was to happen in the moment. Now, if you probably would have caught us probably like a few years ago, I've been nope.
Gotcha.
But yes.
And going back to what Quinn said, do you have a timetable on this?
No, I don't have no timetable because I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying like she said, the chapter that we're in. Now, I don't want to be with somebody 10, 15 plus years just being in a relationship. You know what? Everybody has a timetable. I'm going to take that back. I am on a timetable. I'm not doing no 10, 15, 20 years of just being somebody's girlfriend. So, yes. So, I would say within the next few years, So, yeah.
Gotcha. And with me, I'm ready for a committed relationship. I've learned. What you say?
Aww.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, stop it.
Thank you. At the same time, but at the same time, I have just went through. I guess I'm gonna say it's a relationship. It was kind of like a situationship, but it was friends or whatever. It helped me realize a lot of things that I know.
Like what, my brother?
That's another show. We don't have time. We got like 10 minutes, my brother. But I will tell you this. I do need to work on, I guess, patience. I definitely need to work on patience. So,
okay, since you learned.
So, do you think that in order for you to be ready for commitment, you have to work on yourself first?
Oh, definitely. There ain't no point in getting into no relationship if you don't know yourself.
Okay, so since D said he learned patience, Quentin, what did you learn about yourself that you might need to learn? Since you said that you were the one that messed it up. One thing. No, just one thing.
One thing. But when it comes to relationships, I'm lazy.
Nigga, you
That's
lazy
about
in
everything.
life.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Unless it's
No,
basketball.
he's not in fatherhood.
I give you that. Yeah, I mean, outside of that,
I might even be a little bit slightly lazy in that too, but that's another subject too. But look, if you look up laziness, it doesn't describe me at all. I'm particular about where I put my energy. When I do give my energy to something, all my energy go there.
Right.
I told you.
Working out.
Yep.
There's other things. I'm reading books now. I'm 4-5 books a month so far.
Oh, that's awesome.
So my problem is I'm selective about where I put my energy, and sometimes I make bad decisions, in my selection process. That's what it is. Like, I didn't give, in that relation, I didn't give the required energy I should have.
But she gave you the energy.
She gave me everything.
But you didn't want okay.
You about to cry?
No. I'm not crying.
Dang, that's what we got. The tissues for Tati.
You cry?
I love you, Tati.
Of course you are.
Whatever. Thank you.
Now I'm gonna draw out some tears on a few episodes. Yeah, we're gonna get some tears.
Yeah, that's
good. It's gonna be authentic. Hey, Tati, he said it's gonna be authentic.
Hey, Tati, it's good for ratings. Don't worry about it. Nah, but
y'all gonna see some tears on this show.
Yeah,
this is black eyes.
Well, and they don't even have to be from us, because it's gonna be, like I said, we're gonna. First of all, this is a deep topic, and we can go on and on and on about it. But I can't wait for what we have to offer when it comes to more topics, because, like they said, it's gonna be some tearjerkers. We're gonna be talking about mental health. We're gonna be talking about people that have rheumatoid arthritis and things like that, and domestic violence, physical and mental. So it's going to be deep stuff. We're going to have people that has went through these situations, have done, and then how they got out these situations. So I'm like I said, I'm very, very excited about it. I want to thank everybody that gave their opinions and how they felt about commitment. I definitely want to thank them.
I like how we had people that was interacting with us.
Yeah, they definitely and when I asked them, it wasn't no hesitation. It was just like, I don't want to be on. So I like it was like they wanted to write it. So I was like, okay, cool, fine with me. But so I thank them greatly about it.
Like people gonna recognize who they are with their voice.
You never know.
You never know.
That's true.
You never know. I mean, the one guy that was 60, he probably didn't want people to know that.
Hey man, he need to grow up.
Let's go back to that real quick. Like
60, bro. Well, I shouldn't have put that man age out there.
But no, it's not even that.
My bad, D.
No,
my bad.
We still was gonna say something because what he said, but
the fact that he's 60.
But yeah, it's like at what point is he gonna let it go? At what point is he going to just let go and let happiness? No, it's still I know some people that then got married at the age of 60 and all of that, and they're happily married and stuff like that. No, not for him. No. Okay. All right. Yeah, because his outlook on things is not.
That's why I said.
Yeah.
We don't know who y'all talking about, but okay.
I'm talking about David.
Oh, you talking about him? Oh,
yeah, his outlook
on
things. So
thank you guys so much for tuning in with us.
Yeah.
Monday, June 24th.
Yes.
Another week.
We getting y'all week started off right when y'all listen to this. So we want to make sure that we'll be releasing every other Monday. So it's not gonna be every Monday. If y'all want it to be every Monday, if we get enough people to say, hey, let's do this every Monday, we want to hear it every Monday. We're gonna please the people. So we'll definitely get it out there to y'all.
This should be y'all Monday motivation. You know
what I'm saying? But we're going to have more things on the show, like talk a little bit about the fashion thing.
Yeah, we're going to have a fashion segment. Your girl has a lot of designers, a lot of people that are stylists, that does stylists for celebrities, and even for, people that's not, so much, what's the word? I'm not going to say rich or wealthy, but, not even going to say low budget, middle class. We can style you. I'm going to give y'all some good tips on this makeup, on this hair, And
we're also going to have a segment like with skincare and, pretty much.
That's real good hair right there.
What?
He touched it. No, this.
That's not Yaki?
Nope. Look at it. Look how that color took on it, though.
Oh, God.
That look like Yaki to me.
Yaki ain't going to beat this.
I don't have anything to say. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
See?
I thought you didn't have anything to say.
Okay.
Guys, it is what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Please follow us on Instagram at It Is What It Is. And be sure we might be in your city. We might pop up at your restaurants, at your libraries. Yes. It is what it is. Bye, guys. It's your girl, Tatiana Lean.
It's your girl, Nisha, baby.
It's your boy, D.
That's cute.
All right, we'll holler at y'all later.
Peace.
DQ and Tati and Nisha, baby, got the topics of discussion. Topics for discussion. Take nothing personal. Don't get offended. We all winning. Yeah. Yo, it is what it is. I handle my biz. Yeah. You know the drill. The talk is real. Sit back and chill. Worldwide, it's about to go down.